All right, I hope it's recording. We're gonna find out. This is leaving the Matrix again. We may call this one the Three Stooges. We found another Stooge that's wanting to kind of join in from a little bit different angle. We're at my little off the grid paradise. You can see Tyler Durden, Ed Norton, Fight Club, which at some point we may actually do a little bit of leaving the Matrix through talking some movies on leaving the Matrix, or Eat, Pray, Love. What was Julia Roberts' point there? Brian can relate to this one, Lost in Translation. Anyway, I thought it would be kind of fun. We crashed out here yesterday. Again, already did the introduction with Scott, who's in the middle of trying to get ready for the Philippines, get all that stuff in order. Mine, again, we both work at we'll just say the biggest corporation in the world, and which it is. But Brian's is a little bit different. You know, I'm 45, Scott 55, Brian 50, and he doesn't really want to leave the Matrix completely. He still wants to stay in the corporate world, but he wants to leave parts of it. Like Northwest Arkansas, rent and housing has went through the roof. Like my house 10 years ago when we moved back from Manhattan, like I bought it for just over 100. Okay, now that same house is 300. Rent, you know, you can get a decent place to rent for 800-900 a month. Now it's probably closer to 2,000. So he's like, dude, I'm like tired of paying rent. I'm tired of this, tired of that. So he's going a little bit more. Well, you tell us, what route are you going?
I'm definitely the middle guy, absolutely. Like you said, not only in age, but also mentality. I kind of wanted to take it off the plunge. A couple years ago, I got this wild hair that it might be fun to live in an RV, camper, so to speak. And actually, this was even pre-COVID before I got this idea. Now, everybody, that's when it exploded. 2021, they said they'll never match those numbers in sales again. They sold more RVs than they ever did before, and never will again. Now the market's come back down, everything's calmed down, but I got that wild hair before. And when I say that, I don't necessarily want to travel around at this point in time, because hence what he said, I still have a corporate America job, and I have a job, unfortunately, that I have to be there. I'm not just strictly desk work. I have some hands-on tasks that I have to actually be in a building. So I can't just travel around and work remotely, and that's too bad. But I still think it'd be interesting to kind of, again, I'm not a minimalist. I don't want to get rid of all my stuff either. I like stuff. Stuff is actually fun. But what do we have to have? What can I get rid of? What do I actually need on a daily basis? For example, I'm getting rid of my sofa. I have no problem at all. Guess what? I don't even sit in that sofa. It literally is there for the occasional company that comes over, and that's still very seldom, very rare. So I don't need that. I don't need a lot of furniture. I don't need a lot of stuff. So I've been looking at just medium-sized campers and have the bare basics. Now I don't want to also, I'm not off grid. I'm still going to have electricity. I'm still going to have water. I'm still going to have internet. I'm definitely not going to be roughing it per se. Mine is, again, the middle ground. I'm all about, I still want the comforts of life. I still want an air conditioner. I still want to watch my TV every single day. Things like that, that's not going to change. But I have a little spot of land. Very blessed, very lucky that it already has everything already set up. It has a septic tank, has electricity, and has water. It's ready to go. But it's still 35 minutes away from work, out in the woods, still secluded, so I'm going to have my privacy. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to be out there in the next 2 or 3 months with the camper, have a storage building set up. Guess what? I'm still going to have my hot tub. I'm not roughing it. This is still going to be a good, nice location. Still going to have my dogs out there, whether I want them or not. I'm stuck with them. So, but yes, so I kind of want to check out, and I've already started the process of getting rid of stuff. Like, for example, I just yesterday donated 3 giant bags full of clothes. I don't really need them. I really looked at them, was like, am I ever going to wear these again? No, probably not. So it's time to go. So that's basically the gist of my warm-up story. So we have 3 different levels here of adventure, if you will. But yeah, I'm gonna try to document it as well along the way. Pretty soon, maybe I can share videos of the land before I actually put the camper out there, and you kind of see what it's gonna look like. And it's gonna progress. I'm gonna have a fence yard, like I said. At some point, I'll probably have a swimming pool out there. It's just gonna be different. It's gonna be unique for sure.
I told him he should have kept the couch outside with the dogs on it, 6-pack of Ham's beer, something maybe Old Milwaukee. But he's not one to go quite that. He still has some level of vanity.
I do have some vanity. I'm an Okie, and I've lived in Arkansas now almost half my life. Not quite.
Yeah, you can tell by the hat. You can take him out of Oklahoma, but
right.
not Oklahoma out of him.
I think this is more to Arkansas influence, but still, it is what it is.
And I should have, I've gotten a lot of pictures of kind of like the progress, but I should have been doing these videos. And at some point I'll do a video just kind of walking the grounds. But again, this is, this off the grid place. I mean, it's, 4-bedroom, 1,500 square feet. I am no carpenter and or electrician, but somehow watching enough YouTube videos was able to kind of piece it together. And again, the whole thing, 30 grand. So I mean, it wasn't like a totally solar powered, can run pretty much everything. But anyway, we'll get more into that later. But no, the point being, kind of like Brian was saying, I think there's different levels that you don't have to just rinse and repeat. I think I need a bigger house. Why? Well, because society says I do. Well, even if you get this thing paid off, I mean, even and this is a true story of a friend who will remain nameless, basically dirty math, like his property tax and his insurance, even if he pays the thing off, is almost $3,000 a month. And I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, your house is $3,000 a month, but you don't owe anything on it? Yes, that's right. So again, that's a little bit of that's the blue pill. I'm like, nah, dude, take the red pill. Leave the matrix. I mean, do you really need this house that big? And it just allows freedom. So again, I think it'll be interesting to document these. I think Brian's is gonna be a good middle story where he's actually not really gonna leave the corporate. Mine, much more off-grid, even though it's hopefully nice off-grid. Scott, Philippines, totally different side of the world. And then Brian, RV, Cousin Eddie style. I think it's going to be interesting just to document these. So hopefully from our victories, hopefully more than our blunders, you guys can pick up some nuggets. We'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. Cheers to the woke in all of us.
Yeah, new adventure. Let it begin.
All right.